Welcome to Pilates. Well, it's actually a combination of Pilates and stretch. I love to combine the two. We have the moon in Gemini at the moment, so we're going to work a little bit on the shoulders and the arms, and because that's what Gemini is all about. And also, very importantly, Gemini is about the lungs as well. And we need to keep our lungs really strong at the moment because, as we all know, Corona attacks the lungs. So let's begin, shall we? Oh, and by the way, if you want to add some of your own music, please do. And if you do not have weights, then you can look in your recycling. You might find an empty sunlight bottle or empty water bottles or empty beer bottles. You add a little bit of sand, you add stones to whatever weight you would like to have. Just make sure that both are equal. For beginners can do this video. If you're a beginner, rather leave the weights for today. And if you're not used to weights and you want to try, just keep them really, really light. For those of you that are strong, you can probably add a few kilos there. Up to you. Just make sure that the minute you're feeling it in your neck, then you know that you have taken on too much weight. Reduce it or put the weights down. If you need to rest in between any time, please do so. Okay, so we're going to start off always warming the body. So lie on your back. Oh yes, by the way, no shoes. Nearly forgot. So shoes off. And you're going to lie flat on your mat. And just stretch it out. Take your arms behind your head. Feet in front of you. You're going to inhale. And as you exhale, bring your right knee into your chest. Now remember, Pilates is all about breathing in through the nostrils and out through pursed lips without creating tension in the sternum. And you're just going to circle, and you can be a little free with those hips. Let them rock from side to side. You're just warming up. Pilates is a lot about control, the mind-body connection. But now that we're just warming up, just want you to rock from side to side. Right, and then bring your knee back to center. Extend the leg up and place your hands underneath behind your knee, or you can bring your hands up just underneath your shin, or you can reach for your toe. It depends on the flexibility of your hamstring. So for demonstration purposes, I will put my hand on my calf, and you're going to flex the foot. You're going to inhale, and as you exhale, you're going to push through the heel, and you're going to inhale. Now you'll notice I'm not bending my knee a lot. It's just a little bend. And stretch. And you'll also notice that I don't have my shoulders up in my ears. They're nice and relaxed. And let's do another 5. So it's inhale as you release, exhale as you push through that heel. 4, and stretch it out. 3, 2, and 1, and then hold it there. Now I'm going to ask you to do something a little bit unusual. You're going to push your hands into your leg into your hands, and you're going to resist by pulling your hands back towards your shoulders. So if I had to let go of my knee, and I don't want you to do that, the leg would go flying towards the floor because you're pushing the back of the leg, activating the hamstring. This is what we call a PNF stretch. I won't go into detail about that today. It just helps to release the hamstring. You're going to inhale, and as you exhale, you might find now you can gently draw that leg towards you. It might go a little bit further now. Then release that leg and take it all the way down. Let's do the other side. Hugging that knee into the chest, just making circles in one direction, letting the hips rock from side to side, keeping the shoulders soft on the floor. Back of the neck is long. And then change direction. Just feeling how that hip might feel today. And then back to center. And you're going to extend that leg now and place your hands onto wherever you can comfortably reach. And you're going to inhale, bend. Exhale, push through that heel. Inhale, bend. Exhale, push. Now, it's so habitual of us, we really often start to lift our shoulders here, but it's really not about the shoulders. It's really all about just warming that hamstrings and keeping your shoulders as relaxed. You're retraining your body to listen to the commands you give it. Let's do another 3, 2, and 1. And then slide your hands up a little higher, and you're going to push that leg into your hands, pushing your heel down towards the floor as you pull, actively pull your arms towards yourself, just feeling that hamstring activate. And then bend that knee and slide it away from you and just stretch it out again. And then bend your knees, bringing your feet as wide as your mat, so the outsides of your feet are touching the outsides of your mat. And you're going to place your arms next to you. You're going to breathe in, just relax your hips completely, and as you breathe out, I want you to activate the core, and without pushing into your feet and without using your hips, you're going to flatten your lower back into the floor. So you can actually put your fingertips underneath your lower back. Inhale. Now go into an exaggerated arch, so there's a lot of space here. Without using your feet or your hips, now you're going to exhale and flatten your lower back into the floor. This is called imprint. And you can feel now how your abdominals automatically contract. And you're going to inhale and release, just go the opposite way so that you're exaggerating your arch. And as you exhale out your mouth, you're going to press into your fingertips. Now your tailbone is going to start to come off the floor, but you're still not using your hips and you're still not pushing into your feet. So it's all isolated in the abdominal area. Inhale, go into your arch, and exhale one more time. Now just see if you can lift that tailbone slightly, feel the abdominals contract, and check in with your feet. You're not pushing into your feet. Check in with your hip flexors. You're not pushing into those either. Now you can slowly start to push into your feet. Put your hands back, arms back next to you, and one vertebra at a time, you're going to lift that tailbone off the floor, up into a bridge position, lengthening your knees away from the crown of your head, and just give a little bit of a push into the arms, just saying hello to those triceps as you lift those hips a little higher. Now you are going to keep your knees exactly where they are. Notice where your knees are, but you're going to swing your hips over to the right. Bring your hips back to the center and swing them over to the left. So it's inhale center, exhale to the right. Inhale center, exhale to the left. You're not lowering your hips, just keep going with this movement, keeping your knees exactly where they are. So your knees are not getting involved at all. Just swinging from side to side to side, back to the left, back to the right, last time on the left, bring it to center, heel toe the feet back so that they're hips width apart. Take your arms up above your head, interlace your fingers and push your hands up to the ceiling. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, you're going to lift your heels off the floor and take your arms behind you. Shrug your shoulders and then draw them down. Keep them there. Inhale. Slowly lower the heels back to the floor and bring the arms back up. Now exhale and repeat that without the shrug. Heels off the floor, arms behind, heels lower to the floor. Keep the hips up as high as you can. Remember, if you need to rest, you can rest anytime. And heels to the floor, arms up, heels off the floor, arms behind, heels onto the floor, heels off the floor. Stay here. If you need to come down and rest, you can do so. Otherwise, keep it up there, and you're just going to imagine you're climbing a rope behind you, but your hips are staying still. You're stretching out those shoulders, climbing that rope, reaching for that rope, pulling it down, and then changing hands. And then bring your hands up so that they're reaching up to the ceiling, and continue with that action, stretching out. You're almost lifting those shoulder blades off the floor as you reach. And then interlace the fingers again and stretch it up. And you're just going to pulse those hips up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place the heels on the floor and slowly lower, one vertebra at a time. And I want you to go through imprint so the lower back touches the floor. And then you're going to bring your spine back into neutral and release the arms. Bring one knee at a time into the chest. Hold onto your right knee and extend your left up to the ceiling. Flex for that through that foot by pulling the toes back to the knee. Inhale. And as you exhale, lift your tailbone off the floor and roll all the way up. And extend both legs in front of you. Inhale, take the arms up. And as you exhale, reach forward. Inhale, arms up. And forward. And up. And forward. And take it up and stay here. And again, I want you to climb that rope so that you're stretching into the rib cage. And you're reaching up. And you're warming up those shoulders. And reach and reach and reach. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. And again, one more time. Just reach it forward over. Just saying hello to those hamstrings. They're a tiny bit warmer now. And then roll all the way back slowly so that you're lying flat on your mat. And sorry, I meant to tell you in the beginning of the class just to have a bottle top, or you can use a weight or whatever you've got handy. Place it onto your belly. Bring your hands behind your head, and you're going to bend your left knee, bringing the inside of your left foot into the inside of your right knee. You're going to keep your shoulders down, elbows in peripheral vision. You're going to inhale through the nostrils, exhale out the mouth. As you lift up, you're not coming up high because you want to kiss the sky. And then you're going to breathe in again. And as you breathe out, you're going to point your toe and you're going to lift your right leg off the floor, keeping that knee as straight as you can. And you're bringing your knee to the mid part, the part where is in between your left knee and your left ankle. And you're going to inhale everything back down. So it's inhale, exhale just the upper body. Now inhale, exhale, flatten the belly and I want you to imagine that thing on your stomach sinking a little lower as you lift your right leg off the floor, but it doesn't come up very high, and I don't want you to drop over to the right as you do this. You've got to keep your pelvis still, using those abdominals to help you, and your left foot flat on the floor. Inhale, lower. Exhale, just the upper body. Inhale. Exhale, leg comes off the floor. Inhale, lower everything. Exhale, just the upper body. Inhale. Exhale, just the leg. Flatten out that belly. Inhale, lower it down. Now you're going to combine head and leg. So it's inhale, exhale, lift. Inhale, exhale, sink that thing on your stomach a little lower. Inhale, down. Exhale, head and leg. Inhale, hold. Exhale, crunch a little deeper. You're not flattening your lower back into the floor. You're using your abdominals. Inhale. Exhale again. Inhale. Exhale, drop the belly a little deeper. And inhale, lower. Inhale, exhale, lift everything off the floor. Inhale, exhale, sink that belly button down. And release it down. Now you're going to come up and you're going to breathe in, and as you breathe out, you're going to bring the knee up to the other knee height, and you're going to inhale, lower to the floor, flex the foot. So it's exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Remember, you're lifting your upper body up to the sky, and you're not crunching it and looking at your knee. So just keep going with this, pointing as you come up, flexing as you come down. Let's do another 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it there and just pulse that leg for 8, 7, 6. And I want you to keep sinking this thing that you've got on your stomach down to the floor. 2 and 1. And release it down and stretch it out before we do the other side. Deep breath in through the nostrils and sigh out the mouth, and just relax every part of the body. Right. Now bend the right knee, right foot onto the inside of the left leg. Hands under your head, elbows in peripheral vision, so you're not doing that. And you're going to point the left toe, you're going to inhale. And as you exhale, just the upper body off the floor, breathe in. And as you breathe out, sink your belly button down and lift that other leg to that point halfway between your right knee and your right ankle. Inhale and release. And exhale and lift. Inhale, release. Sorry, Exhale, just the upper body. Inhale. Exhale, now the leg. Inhale, lower everything. Exhale, just the upper body. Inhale. Exhale, leg. Sink that belly. Inhale, down. Inhale, exhale, upper body. Inhale. Exhale, lower body. Inhale, everything down. Now combine the upper body with the leg. Inhale, exhale, sink that belly. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Make sure you're lifting your head up to the ceiling and your elbows remain in peripheral vision. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Now you're going to breathe in, and as you breathe out, you're going to bring that leg up. And you're going to lower it down, lower the upper body down, point it up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, up. Inhale, lower. So it's point up, flex down. Point up, flex down. 3 more, flex down. Are you breathing? Exhaling out the mouth, inhaling through the nostrils. 2 more. Last one, and hold it here. Check out those elbows, shoulders are relaxed, and you pulse it for 8, 7, don't get any strain in the neck. Your head should be resting in your hands. 2 and 1, and release it down and stretch it out. Take hold of whatever you've got on your tummy, place it down next to you, and place your hands back onto the floor. Going to neutral spine, feet or hips width apart. Going to inhale, and as you exhale, you're going to curl up into bridge. Just a very gentle and subtle press of the backs of the arms into the floor. Now notice that your hips are completely level. So beginners, I actually suggest you just keep both feet on the floor. Those of you that are going to lift your right leg up off the floor, engage into the left glute and the left quad, and you're going to inhale, bring that knee up, exhale, straighten that knee, inhale, exhale, foot goes down. So it's breathe in, breathe out, extend, bend, and down. Inhale, exhale as you extend, bend, and down. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. 4 more. Keep that left glute strong. 3 more. Don't take tension in the neck. 2 more. And last one. And just pulse it up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend that knee and slowly lower back down onto the floor and just hug the knees into the chest and just rock from side to side. Right, feet both back onto the floor, hips width apart again. You should be able to touch the backs of your feet with your fingertips, and your heels should be under your knees when you come up. You're going to breathe in, and as you breathe out, you're going to lift up. Now you've got a little bit of a pressure, very subtle, very gentle, of the backs of the arms into the floor. Engage into the right glute now, the right quad. Inhale, and as you exhale, lift that knee up, extend, flexed foot, bend, and lower. So it's exhale and inhale. We're changing the breathing around now. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Now try and get that leg as straight as you can. If hamstrings tight and your legs at an angle, that's fine. The most important thing is that your hips are absolutely level, and you're just going to pulse it up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Foot comes back onto the floor. Inhale, and slowly lower your tailbone to the floor and hug your knees as you breathe out. Holding onto your right knee, extend your left leg up. Inhale and exhale as you come up. and you're going to come up onto your feet. Now take hold of your weights. Even if you've got something really light in your hands, it's fine. But remember, you can't just use your body's resistance. You don't need to have weights. Right, so now we're going to bring our heels together, toes apart. If you're very tight in the hips, your toes will be a little closer. If you're a dancer, you could have your feet right out. But the most important thing is that it feels comfortable for you. Now we are squeezing into the inner thighs here, and it really helps to get those heels touching. So you want to get those heels to touch, and you want to lengthen your tailbone down to the floor, and you want to lift up through the crown. Keeping those shoulders as relaxed as possible and the rib cage as flat as possible. You're going to breathe in, and as you breathe out, you're going to come up into a rise and a bicep curl. Take the arms up above and shrug the shoulders into the ears. Feel how the rib cage is flaring now. Now, lower the shoulders, close that rib cage, and lift those knees, and that is the correct position. So you're going to inhale, lower, exhale, and lift. Inhale, now squeeze those inner thighs together. Exhale, shoulders stay down, rib cage stays closed. Inhale, exhale as you come up. Inhale, exhale as you come up. Let's do 2 more. 1 more. Now this time you're going to bend your knees. Now make sure that your knees are sliding along the same direction as your toes. You can just look down, and then you're going to stretch, squeeze those inner thighs together and extend the arms, keeping the shoulders down. Bend and reach. So it's inhale as you come down, exhale as you lift. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and now you're going to stay here. Now all you're going to do is you're going to tilt your pelvis forward as you come into a bicep curl, tilt it back, tilt it forward, just to show you from the side what it will be looking like. It will be looking like this. Tilt, release. Don't exaggerate the arch as you go back. Tilt, release. Tilt, release. Tilt, release. Tilt, release. Now hold your tilt. Take the arms up, bring them to the sides, lower, slightly lower in the shoulders. Circle 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Straighten the legs. Bring the heels out, toes in. Inhale, and as you exhale, just release yourself all the way forward. Bend your knees if you need to. Relax your neck and your shoulders completely, and just gently rock from side to side. Place your hands onto your elbows. Bring your feet parallel and just gently bring your body backwards and forwards now. Then take your weights. Bend your knees as you roll up, lift your pelvic floor, come up really slowly with your chin tucked back into a standing position, and step your feet apart. Now just know that again, you've got to have your feet pointing in the same direction as your knees. So for this one now, you're going to come into your bicep curl. You're going to tuck your pelvis slightly so that you're lengthening your tailbone down to the floor. Check that the crown is lifted up to the ceiling. You're going to take your arms out to the side, and you're going to bend, and you're going to straighten. So it's bicep curl, arms go to the side, don't bring the arms higher than the shoulders though. Bend and straighten. So it's curl, extend, curl, and stand up straight. Keeping that slight tuck of the pelvis as you do this. Keeping those shoulders down, keeping the neck long. Keeping the crown lifting up to the ceiling. 4 more, 3 more. You can also give a little bit of a squeeze in the glutes as you straighten the legs. 2 more. I think I lost it there a little bit. 1 more, talking too much. And hold it here. Bring the arms forward and back. Forward and back. Forward and back. Forward and back. If those weights are getting heavy, just put them down. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Bring the hands back together. Now you are going to bring the weights to touch the floor. Extend and lift the heels. Touch the floor. Now you need to squeeze the glutes. So come down, squeeze the glutes, and lift the heels off the floor. Now remember, your arms are going up, but your shoulders are staying down. Your rib cage is staying closed. Let's do 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Stay here and just pulse those heels off the floor. If you can hold it there, drop the arms back into triceps, straighten. Now you've really got to keep that rib cage closed. And straighten, bend, and straighten. If you can keep the heels off the floor, great. Otherwise, place them back onto the floor. 4 more. Very easy and tempting to open that rib cage now. 2. Last 1. Heels to the floor, toes together. Put your weights down and slowly roll down. Place your hands on either sides of your ankles and gently pull your chest through your arms. As close down, crown as close to the floor as you can get it. Just give the head a little bit of a shake. Make sure you're not using your neck muscles, you're not lifting your head. I want you to have your head as heavy as a cannonball and just gently rock from back to front, side to side. Hands back onto the floor. Pick up 1 weight now. Bend your knees and roll all the way up. Take your feet back into an external rotation. And again, just accommodating your own hip range of movements, okay? So you've got your weight in your right hand and you're going to bend your left knee. Again, checking in with the knee, sliding along the same line as your toe. And you're going to place, you're not bending the right knee at all. Touch the floor with your weight, straighten both legs and extend that arm out to the sides. So it's reach and bend. Straighten up and take it out to the side. 3, 4. Watching that this shoulder stays down the whole time. 5. Here again, using your glutes to straighten up. 6. Lifting the quads, lifting both quads. 7 and 8. Right, come up now. You're going to take it over to the side and out. Push. So you're sending it out there with intention. The same line as your toe and your knee. 3. Watching that shoulder stays down all the time. And if you don't have a weight, it's still going to be working and toning your muscles. 5 more. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Right, this time we are going to take it over our head. Now notice, when I've extended my arm, my hand is in line with my heel. You're going to come back to this starting position and take it over for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right, let's pick up the other weight and come back to that position where you were. Other weight comes up. Working into the obliques now. Inhale up. Exhale up. Inhale over. 2. Now you can really concentrate on keeping those shoulders down. Pelvic floor is lifting. If you're not sure about the pelvic floor, you can watch one of my beginner videos where it explains a little bit better. 3, 2, and 1. And straighten both legs and bring your hands back down. Toes in, heels out, and again, reach out for your ankles and gently draw your chest down. Hands back onto your weight. Now you're going to take your weight into your left hand. Again, externally rotating the feet. Put your other weight down for now. And now you are going to bend your right knee, touch the floor, straighten up, straight line from the crown, down through the center of the pelvis, and extend that arm. So it's bend the right knee only, and extend. 3. You're going to come down as low as you comfortably feel coming down. 4. 5. Try not to throw your limbs around. This is very much about intention, placing in space exactly where it's meant to be. 3, 2, with lots of awareness. And last one. And now you're going to take it out to the side. Your focus is on that weight and bring it back. 2, 3. I want you to really stretch those legs as you come back to center. Lift those knees. 5, 6, 7, 8. Right, now take it over to the side, a straight line from the hand through to the outside of the foot. 2. So tempting for the shoulder to come up now and to overextend. You don't want to do that. 4, 5. Feel how that corset has got to hold you. 7, 8. All about control. Take the other weight and come back to this position. Bring it up, erect, and over. So it's exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. 4. You'll notice I'm doing this really slowly. These are not quick movements. That's how we keep the body safe, and the core has got to be pulling into the spine. 2 more. Last one. And straighten the leg. Put your weights down. Take hold of your ankles and gently draw your chest down. Now just keeping your knees straight. Shift from one hip to the other. Come back to center and then take your hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers and drop your arms as far back as they'll go. Stretching out those shoulders. Let your head hang. Neck muscles are completely passive. Release the arms, hands to the floor, heel toe, the feet back together, and come down onto your knees and place your weights alongside your mat, slightly lower down than center, and you're going to lie flat on your stomach. Now, for people with a back problem, place your hands next to you in this position, and you're going to do everything with your hands there. For those of you that don't have a back problem, you're going to hold onto your weights, or shoulder problem, you're going to hold onto your weights. Now you're going to zip your inner thighs together, forehead is on the floor, and all I want you to do is I want you to feel as if you're lifting your belly button off the floor, and release. Belly button off the floor, and release. Now as you do this, the entire rest of your body is not moving. The only thing that's moving is you are lifting your belly button off the floor, just so that you can feel which muscles you should be using before you lift your head off the floor. Inhale, exhale, lift the belly button off the floor, and you're going to press your pubic bone downwards, squeeze your inner thighs together, and you're going to lift your upper body and your weights just off the floor with straight elbows. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. You'll notice I'm not lifting my chin, I'm not dropping my chin. Inhale, lower. Shoulders are down. Lift. Inhale, lower. and lift. Inhale, lower. Keep lifting that belly button. I know it feels really strange, but you're training your body to use the correct muscles. You're also getting a lift in the rib cage. It won't actually lift off the floor, but you're just engaging those muscles that need to be active. Right, and you're going to stay here. And you're going to lift the right leg off the floor, lower. Knees are absolutely straight. You're not rocking over from side to side. And right, and left, and right. The rest of the body is absolutely still. Right, left. Lower your weights onto the floor. Bring your hands forward. Come onto your elbows. Interlace your fingers. Press your forearms into the floor. Inhale. And as you exhale, round your spine. Bring your knees a little closer so that they're slightly forward of your hips. You're going to press into the tops of your feet as you lift your knees off the floor, ever so slightly off the floor. And you're going to tuck your pelvis and hold it there for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it down, come up, and roll those shoulders back. 2, 3, 4. Stretch out the arms, lift your chin slightly. And let's go back down again. Right, last one. Forward onto the floor to start off with. Remember, people with back problems, you are rather just going to be lifting and lowering your upper body, keeping your forearms on the floor. Okay, so this one now, you're going to inhale. For those of you that have got strong lower backs, strong cores, you can lift everything off the floor. So it's breathe in, breathe out, lift everything. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Just keep going. For people that sit crunched over the computers all day, this is really, really brilliant because it actually trains the muscles that prevent you from slouching. So, and it might be really hard for some of you to do this exercise. Let's do 4 more, 3 more, 2 more. Last one, and you're going to hold it. And you're just going to tap your weights together. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Release everything down. Put your weights down. Come back or onto all fours. Take your knees wide, feet apart, and just take your tailbone down onto the floor and bring your arms around. Deep breath in and breathe out. Again, inhale through the nostrils and sigh all the tension out of the body. Come back up slowly. Onto the hands this time. If you have wrist issues, stay down on your elbows. Tops of the feet onto the floor again. You're going to inhale as you exhale, round the upper back, tuck the chin, bring the forehead close to the hips. Push the hips forward towards the forehead. Feel the stretch in the shoulder blades. And now lift the knees off the floor again. Remember, you can go down onto your elbows if you've got wrist issues. Now you're just going to pulse that belly up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Release it. Come up and again roll your shoulders back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back onto the hands and knees, and you're going to bring your right foot forward, and you can help it along by placing your hand onto your ankle. Hands on either side of your front foot. Lift your toes up, plant them back onto the floor. Slide your armpits down towards your waist, toes into the floor, and extend that back knee as much as you can. Now, a nice straight line from the crown, through the spine, and down through the back foot. And you're just going to take your weight forward and back, just giving that hip flexor a lovely stretch. Try and keep the chest open, awareness in the upper back, length in the spine. Then lower the knee to the floor. And you're going to take the right foot back and now bring the left leg forward. Hands under the shoulders. Again, you know, if you battle with flexibility, you can always put your hands onto something. And now you're going to lift that back knee. Now see if you can straighten that back knee. If you can't get it straight, it's fine. You'll get there with practice. Left heel is underneath the right knee. The left knee is under the left knee. And you're going to lift that left foot off the floor, plant it back onto the floor. Draw those shoulder blades down. Close that rib cage. And just feel this beautiful length from the crown out through the back heel. And then take the weight backwards and forwards. And again, you can actually pause the video here just to stay in this if you really enjoy this particular stretch. I wish we had more time. It's very hard to upload long videos, so I have to try and keep them short-ish. Knee back onto the floor, back onto all fours. And then you're just going to come into a seated position, and you're going to take your left leg and bring your left foot onto the outside of your right knee. If this is very uncomfortable for you, you have the option of extending your right leg. You're still going to get a lovely twist. Hands underneath, just lift up, plant your sit bones onto the floor. And you're going to twist towards the left, taking the right arm onto the outside of the left knee. Now keeping a line of energy from your crown through the center of your spine, down through the center of the two sit bones, you're going to twist and look over your back shoulder. Now what I want you to do is I want you to keep that right shoulder down, but I want you to press into the outside of your left knee so that you've got a little bit of resistance there without closing your heart. Keep the heart open. Now relax that back shoulder a little bit more, and you're going to turn your head to go as far as it can. Keep pressing, keep that resistance. You don't want shoulders up in the ears, and you want your shoulders level. So just see if you can notice whether they are level. And now holding that posture, you're just going to drop your chin and look over your front shoulder. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, you're going to release it. And you're going to take your entire body over to the right now. And you're going to place your right elbow onto the floor and extend your left arm, straightening your left elbow. Now drop your left knee out to the side. So you've got your left arm reaching in one direction, and you've got your left knee dropping in the opposite direction. And I want you to twist and look behind you and feel an opening right into the side of the body, and you are detoxifying the colon with this twist, cleaning out any junk you might have eaten. No judgment from me. It's just, it can be, you can feel quite nauseous after doing twists like this. And then slowly come up, and then take your left arm up, bend the elbow and bend your bottom hand. If you can't reach your fingertips, just make sure that when you do these videos you have something handy, whether it's a tie or a stocking or something. If you can't, the hands don't touch each other, you can just join the hands by placing the tie into one hand and into the other. This is also just stretching out the part we've just worked, a lot in the shoulders with the weights. And then release. Hands onto the floor behind you, and you're going to bend your knees, and you're going to change legs. Hands onto the floor, lift up and lower. Extend your bottom leg if you need to. Otherwise, keep it bent. Get those sit bones onto the floor. Try not to overarch in the lower back. You want to find a nice neutral spine. Your foot is flat on the floor, and you're going to take your left arm, you're going to twist and place the left hand onto the outside of the right knee. Press and resist into that knee. So the knee's pressing into your elbow, and the elbow is pressing into the knee. And now, so it's quite an active twist. And now turn to look behind you, And just make sure that your weight isn't shifted now over to one sit bone. You want to keep that weight even. You don't want to have your chin poking forward. You want your crown directly above the center of your sit bones. Shoulders are level. And just focus on your breathing now. Breathing in through the nostrils, out through the mouth. Make your exhalation nice and long. Keep that breathing nice, long. You're really exercising those lungs with this breathing. Holding that posture, you're going to inhale, drop your chin. And as you exhale, look over your front shoulder. Inhale. Now as you exhale, release your upper body gently. Take it over to the other side. Place your left elbow onto the floor and slide your right arm forward. Now press your right foot into the floor, but drop your right knee out to the side. And reach your right fingertips away from your right foot. And you're going to turn your head and you're going to look behind you. And you can just relax your head on your arm or wherever it feels comfortable. Deep breath in and exhale. Just relax into this by using the breath. The exhalation always helps us to deepen our twists and to deepen our lengthening. And then gently come up. As gently as you went in, you're going to come out of it. And you're going to extend your legs out in front of you. Inhale, raise your arms up. And exhale and release over. Inhale, arms up. And exhale. Do one more. Inhale. And exhale. Bring your legs into a cross-legged position. And it's really nice to just lie down and listen to some chilled music after you've done a class. It just helps the body to integrate all the goodness that you've just done and encouraged. And I hope you all stay really well and eat healthy and have healthy thoughts, positive thoughts. Wishing you all much love and thank you for joining me today.